Get Deuteronomy 28 and 68. To show you the curses and what would happen to the children of Israel once they fell. The Lord had them fall for a time, knowing that one day he would raise them again. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring you into Egypt, which means slavery a second time, with what?
Again with ships.
Again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And the real Jews would never see their homeland again after they go into the belly of ships. It was Edom or Esau, which are the Jewish people today, who claim to be Jews, who are not, that financed Jacob's curse and financed the slave ships. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
There you shall be sold unto your enemies. Sold to Mr. Kennedy down in Kentucky. Sold to Mr. Smith down in Alabama. Sold to Mr. Johnson here in Pennsylvania. For what?
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So the Lord tells us that we would go into that the real Jews would go into captivity. So once Jacob fell, there was Esau's opportunity to fulfill his promise against Jacob, that he would wait till his father passed and then kill Jacob. So Christ warned us. They tried to exterminate us in Rome under Vespasian and Titus. But those that understood Christ took heed to Christ's prophecy. Get the book of Luke. So that's how we came here to America. In ships, fulfilling the prophecy of the Bible. And mind you, this was written thousands of years before we came here. So the Bible is perfect. And now the Most High is taking our captivity off of us to identify not only us, but those that have done this to us. Not for vengeance, but to warn the people that the Most High, the same Most High that have raised us in the land of our captivity, is going to bring judgment on this earth.
Luke 21 and 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. This happened in 70 A.D. So Christ said, when you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, when the Roman armies come, flee into the mountains. The real Jews fled over the Atlas Mountains. Some went into Spain, but the majority went into Africa and settled in the Ivory Coast or the western parts of Africa. Read.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries there enter thereinto. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
They shall fall by the edge of the sword. So Christ warned them and said, listen, if you stick around, you're going to be destroyed by these Romans. And guess what? They're doing it now in America. They are planning a mass massacre of God's chosen. They're cutting off the borders and preparing coffins all through America to finally accomplish what they couldn't accomplish in 70 A.D. They're going to do this in other parts of the earth, but they're going to do this in America first. Read.
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
And the real Jews, or the Israelites, shall be led away captive into all nations. Read.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Of the who?
Of the Gentiles.
Until when?
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So there's Gentiles in Israel right now, not Israelites. Gentiles are ruling. Who? Esau or Edom. Why? Because he felt from the beginning that the birthright should have been his and that Jerusalem belonged to him. And he's going to fight to keep it, even if he have to fight the Most High. He's going to lose, but he'll try. I want to read this on page 84. In the year 65 BC, and what I'm reading from Babylon to Timbuktu, author Rudolph R. Windsor, which was a professor in Temple University. Okay? He found through his research and extensive travels that beyond any shadow of a doubt, the Negroes in America are Jews. Alright? And get this, and you can also get all the references that led him to this conclusion. I'm going to read this on page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD. General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it had been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jew slaves. In Revelation the 12th chapter, it tell you, go to Revelations 12 and 12, and let's show this being fulfilled. Let you know the serpent is doing this. He did it to Christ in Rome. As soon as Christ was born, he tried to kill Christ. Then he did it to the disciples, and they did it to the real Jews in 70 AD. The serpent seed against the woman's seed. Okay? Get Revelations 12 and 1. Read it.
Revelations 12 and 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Those 12 stars represent the 12 tribes of Israel. That's that woman. Okay? And they are the woman that have been dispersed and have been enslaved through this earth. Okay? But now the Most High that heard their prayer through time and is ready to plead their cause. Finish reading what you have in Revelations. Read Revelations 12 and 12. Read that.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. Why?
And of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
The devil know he have a short time. Read.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman.
We showed you the story of him being cast into the earth. He started persecuting what woman? Read.
Which brought forth the man-child.
He started persecuting the woman that brought forth the man-child. The man-child was Christ. So he started persecuting the people that had Christ, or those of Christ's lineage. Christ came from Jacob. Read.
Verse 14. And to the woman were given 2 wings of an eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness.
So she ran into the wilderness like Christ told her to, running from the Roman persecution, or the Idumeans, or Edom. Read.
Into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times and a half time, from the face of the serpent.
That time and a half of time from the face of the serpent is a time where the Israelites would be protected from the serpent. The serpent was in Rome. The serpent was in Rome. He gave the Roman Empire power. And that was his opportunity to try to destroy those that brought forth Christ. Read.
Verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood.
So because the serpent couldn't kill them all in Rome,